All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Game That Tune.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, or good day to anyone listening in podcast form. Welcome to Game That Tune. I am your host, David Fleming, King David. With me, as always, we've got your boy, John Harrington. John, say what's up.
Hey, what's up?
And we have the heart of the show, John Regan. John, you say what's up.
You can't tell me what to do.
The heart of the show, man.
What's up?
And making his triumphant August Absurdity comeback, Jesse Moore. Jesse, what is up?
Not much. Why'd you ask me a question? Everyone else is
I'm so sorry. Jesse, please say what's up.
What's up?
Oh, yeah. Off to a killer start, as always. If you've never joined us here for Game That Tune, what we do, we play 3 songs from a game, give a little trivia hint. Everybody guesses the game. Whoever gets the most points gets to play bonus music at the end. If you are a regular viewer, you may be wondering why I am hosting rather than John Harrington. That is because this is a special episode. This is episode 75, the semifinals, the penultimate edition of our August Absurdity 2017 free play spectacular tournament. I am the reigning champion. Everyone is competing to see who is going to face me next week. So I am hosting. Everyone gets to see how many points they can win to see who is going to attempt to topple the king. And it's a very special episode because we are doing a special fan request spectacular free play. Johnny, hit it.
It's a Game That Tune, August Absurdity, all fan request free play. Deal with it.
I mean that was pretty good, but hang on for a second.
Yeah, please.
Let's see if we can do something a little different to that.
The free play jingle is down for retooling.
Beep, beep, boop, boop, type, type, click, click, clack, clack.
All right, John, let's try that again.
It's a Game That Tune, August Absurdity, all fan request free play. Deal with it. Oh man, that was pretty fucking hardcore right there.
Yeah,
That was very hardcore.
That was aggressive.
Yeah.
Let's hang on.
And fuck John Regan.
It didn't say that.
Let me retool this. Try to pull it back a little bit. Let's try that again.
Okay, here we go. I'll try this new one that you just gave me.
Happy medium here. Come on. It's a Game That Tune, August Absurdity, all fan request free play. Deal with it. Yeah. I don't know, man.
That one?
That kind of hits that sweet spot. It's a little playful, a little aggressive.
That sweet spot of having a nice time on a cruise when the aliens arrive.
Yeah, I rise from below the water. Deal with it. So that's the vibe I'm going for.
I like it, but let me retool it yet again.
All right.
because we are being absurd in this August absurdity. John, hit it.
Game that tune. Free play. How absurd. Goddamn, son.
Oh, shit. Yo. Game that tune. August absurdity. All requests spectacular, bitch.
I think we found that sweet spot, man. That's where it's at.
Actually, we have 4 more.
Oh God! Well done.
Oh God, that's what I should have done. Just played the Mario 2 theme and like rapped over it about a free play.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Well, there's next time.
Amazing. I love it.
So, just in case you were not aware, this is a fan request free play.
Deal with it.
So,
Favorite sound effect.
Oh,
I'm ready to start. I don't know if you gentlemen are.
You're the host, man. You call the shots.
you tell me what to do.
Then,
Oh man, this show's about to get hot.
Gambits roll.
Yes.
John, I think it's time to start. Let's hit game 1.
Game 1.
Neat. That was pretty cool.
I was gonna say, was that a song?
I was spooked out.
Something.
It was scary.
Pretty freeform.
Jesus. Yeah. I already have a guess.
The idea of free play.
Indeed.
Moody. So, who would like a little trivia?
I would love.
Please.
Yes. Yes, please.
So this game, request number 1, comes to us from @the_Sigma_Omega on Twitter. Trivia for this game. According to the character designer and CGI director, Jin Hasagawa, this game's key colors are black, white, and red, each one representing a different thing. Black represents fear, white represents hope, and red, the main character's clothing color, represents life. A large amount of effort was put into lighting and shading to emphasize these colors and the frightening atmosphere in order to create, quote, the scariest gaming experience possible.
I made a guess.
All right.
Yeah, I think, David, you better have your finger on the hat trick button for this one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I am ready to go. So we've got I wish that was right. Jesse says a Silent Hill game, which is as close as anyone got, but incorrect. John Regan says too spooky for me. I'm sorry, too spoopy for me. That is incorrect. John Harrington says Pokemon Black, White, Red. I wish that was right.
Right?
This is Fatal Frame.
Oh, Fatal Frame.
Of course it is.
That's the other
wait.
one.
Yeah,
Sorry, I forgot. There's sound that plays, but everybody gets everything wrong. Deal with it. I shall deal with it.
So, Fatal Frame, maybe you've heard of it?
I've heard of it. Never played it.
Yes.
I know you like take pictures of ghosts.
Yes. So it's a survival horror game. This one came out on the PlayStation 2, I think.
Yes.
Yes. It was originally for the PlayStation 2. And it's a survival horror game set in a haunted mansion in Japan. So the goal is to go around and try to like capture ghosts with a camera.
Awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Looks
remember.
very
I've
scary in
heard this
Japanese.
is a very scary game. Like I remember seeing videos of people like losing their shit while playing this game. I have a hard time getting into that. I have a hard time losing my shit at a video game because I know I can just turn it off.
Yeah, but what if you like lock yourself in a really dark room and force yourself to play it, like, and then I don't know. I guess
Put like headphones on and
If-
stuff.
yeah.
if somebody-
you got to get some good noise cancelers on.
If somebody else locked me in a room and forced me to play it, I would be scared, but for very different reasons. like
There
the
you
game's
go.
really not a factor.
Bingo.
You gotta play this game while I watch.
So
Take a
are you,
picture of that ghost right
you-
now.
are you terrified, John? Yeah, I am, but it's because you have a knife to my neck, not because of the video game. Like, I'm just going to be real here.
Yeah, listen, Mark Summers, you're making me very uncomfortable right now.
Deal with it.
Mark Summers was last week, man. Come on.
I also really like the idea of like somebody kidnapping John and holding him at knife point to play a game and him being that calm. Like, I'm sorry, sir, this is too far.
I'm glad you added the part about me being that calm, because at first I was like, I really like the idea of John being kidnapped and forced to play a video game.
Finally.
It's just how it goes.
I smell a new Patreon goal.
Yeah, kidnap.
Yeah. Recreate Taken in real life with Johnny. Perfect. David's got a very particular set of skills. He's going to guess the video game music to get you back from those European sex traffickers, John. It's going to be all right. Now you're going to get taken. Fuck, man. I never played Fatal Frame. All these horror requests, throw me for a damn loop. It's funny. If I had gone with an actual like serious answer, I probably could have guessed it because I Googled scary games and come up with 5 pictures and it was Dead Space, Resident Evil, Until Dawn, Layers of Fear, and Fatal Frame. It was like right there on the page. I'm like, it doesn't seem like it's any of those. I'm gonna write a joke. Damn it.
Well, that's like once there's that like really creepy, atmospheric, not exactly music playing. It's like it's either Silent Hill or Fatal Frame. Like it's one of the two.
I was gonna say, did they ever make a game out of that movie Stalker? It could be that. Go back and watch your 1970s Russian cinema to get that reference. On
that.
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't know.
I'll give you all 2 hours and 45 minutes to take a break from the show and watch Stalker just so you get that joke.
Timestamp.
And we're back.
Yeah. Wow, I can't believe how that went.
Crazy. What
a I mean, I know it's big words, but that is a high point of Russian cinema of the 1970s. I'm just gonna say it.
Exactly. Oh man, I can't believe they didn't appreciate that movie more in its time. Anywho, Fatal Frame. I don't know. I got like nothing on this. Who makes Fatal Frame? Are they still making these?
They are. Because they made Maiden of Black Water, which was for the Wii U, which I think was released in America as a download only, because it's kind of like a small niche cult series over here.
Yeah.
And I remember,
it makes sense for the Wii U though. Can you use the Wii U gamepad as a fucking like digital camera?
Yeah, kind of like you move it around and all that. Because I remember looking at trailers like, oh, I should get this. Wait, I don't really like survival horror.
Yeah. But maybe more of us should have bought games for the Wii U.
Yeah. But I mean, if I'm gonna play any kind of a horror game with like jump scares that freaks the fuck out of me, I think I would rather like it be strange Japanese evil demonic spirits over like crappy animatronic suits.
True that. What are you? What game are you talking about there?
Five Nights at Freddy and that phenomenon.
Yes.
Wow.
Everybody loves that.
Cloud.
Yeah, I was gonna say Fatal Frame, Maiden of the Black Water. There, the problem with the game was that they made it, use the Wii U gamepad in some way. Like nobody did that for the Wii U. What are you thinking? Like, don't try and use that in a creative way. Just make it a big controller with a screen in it. Stupid.
Should you be able to play the game only on the gamepad so you can take it to other parts of the room? Maybe. It's like, no. Why isn't that a main feature of like every game?
Yeah, because portability of that thing was questionable. I typically couldn't get I couldn't get from the console to my bathroom in order to continue a game on the Wii U. That's a big problem, Nintendo, and I'm glad that you've rectified it with Switch. I've played it in my bathroom a number of times.
Are you kidding me? I loved it. I could play it like on my couch in the living room, on my futon in the living room, at one end of my dining room table.
Mm-hmm.
It was great.
Yeah. Just make sure there was nothing in between you and the Wii U, and it was always a ton of fun within 10 feet or so. So is the rest of the soundtrack from Fatal Frame a lot like that weird non-music music?
Yes.
Or,
I went with those specific songs because they were the shortest songs, and all the others were because all the others were like 4 minutes long of just creepy atmosphere. It's like, I'm not going to subject you guys to that.
I was already in the chat scolding Alex. I was like, is this Equinox 2? I swear to God, man. Yeah. I know you've given us the most requests, but come on. So no, I'm glad to find out that it's not. That this is something totally different from a series with some renown that none of us have played. It's just kind of how that one goes. I feel like we should maybe get into more like more of these horror games. We're getting a lot
Different
of requests
genres.
for them. Yeah, exactly. Can they just go ahead and put Mario in a survival horror game that's not Luigi's Mansion?
Oh.
Yeah, beat you to it.
That would actually be great if it was like real hardcore, like rated M survival or horror, and Mario just kind of shows up. Like Petey Piranha just starts eating people's skin,
Dude.
and Mario's just like bouncing down. Woohoo!
Yeah. Or like they make a port of Resident Evil 7 for the Switch, and they just have Mario as a guest character. All this grotesque, disgusting survival shit going on, and Mario's there, like just outrunning you the whole time. Like, yeah, that guy's got the right idea. He can really run and jump. I like that.
So now I'm just imagining like a
try
Resident
that.
Evil game where you get to the laboratory and Wesker's there with the giant like abomination monsters, and Bowser's just like behind laughing.
Yes. Oh man, I would love to see Bowser grow a bunch of horrifying tentacles like they were doing in the later Resident Evil games. He's just Bowser's been working with Tricell Corporation. He's been experimenting with a lot of stuff. He and Wesker have together become gods, and they're gonna wipe out all humanity and probably the Mushroom Kingdom too. They should just do a crossover where Wesker's annihilating the Mushroom Kingdom and Mario has to stop him, and Bowser's rampaging through South Africa, and fucking Chris has to go stop him there. Like, these games sound dope, quite frankly.
They're teaming up with Rabbids, so who knows what's next?
Exactly, man. Nintendo might finally be reading my letters. Like, I've been waiting so long for this.
Just put
Or-
Mario in other games.
Or we should do the Mario Silent Hill crossover where he runs up to Princess Peach and she turns around and she has no face, just like the nurses from Silent Hill.
Oh my god,
Yes.
that's awesome.
All the Koopa Troopas have pyramid heads. It'd be perfect.
Except they're still like 6 feet long on the tiny Koopa Troopa body.
Oh, that'd be adorable. Yeah,
So, anyone else got thoughts on Fatal Frame?
I think John Regan does. He's ready. He's ready to unleash. He's been charging up this whole time. He's going to unleash his ultimate hot take on Fatal Frame.
What?
Don't at him. Deal with it.
Fatal Frame. You take pictures of things. It's scary for some reason. Don't at me. That's all I got.
Deal with it. Nice
All right,
job,
then I
John.
think we should just move on to game 2.
Game 2. Guys, I am so sorry. I thought I had put these games in a different order. I did not mean to do 2 horror games back to back.
Yeah, man, come on. I let you host the show, and god damn it, man. You know how much editing I'm gonna have to do to this. I like it.
So how are you guys feeling?
It's less horrifying than I realized. So yeah, it's good. It's good.
All right, so this game comes to us from frequent requester and Patreon backer, Alex Messenger. Thank you very much for that, Alex. Trivia for this game. Depending on what hardware this game is played on, the displays for the control options when selecting each mode change. If it is played on an original Game Boy buttons are shown. If it is played on a Super Game Boy, the Super Nintendo controller is shown. And if a Game Boy Color is used, then it shows the buttons for a Game Boy Color. However, if you play this game on a Game Boy Advance, it still shows the Game Boy Color buttons.
Here goes nothing.
I'm actually feeling real good about this.
So let's see some guesses. So we have John Regan saying GB Horror, incorrect. Jesse Moore saying Donkey Kong 94, incorrect. And John Harrington with Game & Watch Gallery 2, which is correct.
Wow.
Nice.
Ooh.
Nice Google
Man.
skills.
Thank you, Game That Tune Sponge Brain, and remembering that Alex once requested Game & Watch Gallery. Fuck yeah. How many of those Game & Watch Gallery games did they make?
5.
Yeah, okay, cool. So I had a 1 in 4 shot since we'd already used the first one. And I was like, could it be? He'd probably just request 2 next, logically. I don't know. Why? Why the fuck not? Like, John, did I even get a cha-ching sound?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, okay, good.
I heard it.
Woo. Good.
Well, okay. Because I'm getting called out in the chat. Technically, there were only 4 Game & Watch galleries, but they also made a Game & Watch collection game. So that's where I came up with 5.
Ah, okay. Well, regardless, thanks to me remembering that Alex once requested Game & Watch Gallery, I remembered that there were more than 1 Game & Watch Gallery games. And yeah, man, we all played the hell out of some Game & Watch Gallery 2, am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah.
No.
I mean,
okay, Jesse, doing away with that bit.
Oh, sorry.
I
Great game.
I have played some of the Game & Watch games that are in Game & Watch Gallery 2.
Yeah.
But I've not technically played Game & Watch Gallery 2.
Nice. Yeah, let's see. Game & Watch Gallery 2. So they've got... Go for it.
It had Parachute, Chef, Donkey Kong, Helmet, Vermin, and Ball.
So they just threw Donkey Kong in there, or is that a Game & Watch version of Donkey Kong?
It's a Game & Watch version of Donkey Kong.
I thought I was joking.
No, there's a Game & Watch version of Donkey Kong, and I think I was just reading or seeing something that they made a Game & Watch version of Super Mario Brothers, where like
Nice.
you push left to make, or you push right to make Mario run, and then like each LCD screen is just a new part of the terrain, and you have to like jump to avoid pits.
Oh, well, I mean that is describing Mario pretty well.
But
are you sure you're not thinking of the Mario for TI-83 graphing calculator? Because I played the hell out of that one, and it sounds about the same. Yeah.
It's very similar. But no, there was a Donkey Kong Game & Watch game. When you think about it, kind of makes sense because the original Donkey Kong doesn't have a ton of animation, and you could pretty much replicate it on a Game & Watch.
Yeah, I guess so. You kind of could. It just seems like I don't know. If the Game & Watch games are as I'm imagining them, which is basically Tiger handhelds. I mean, you got to be able to move Mario up and up and up instead of just moving between like bip, bip, and bip. Like I don't know. That's that's two directions, not just one. That's that's more than two directions. Left, right, and up. Whoa, that's pretty advanced Game & Watch stuff. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. I'm still bitter about Tiger Electronic Games from when I was a kid. So,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Well, in all fairness, Donkey Kong was one of the few two-screened Game & Watches, so you had two screens to get up.
The original DS.
Indeed.
Yes. Thinking about it, I guess I've played Chef more than any of them by using Mr. Game & Watch's special move in Smash Bros. Am I right? We've all played a little bit of that, like flipping some stuff out of that pan. A little backyard barbecue action. And I guess parachute.
Sounds so naughty.
The parachute too.
Backyard barbecue action.
Yeah, I don't know why, but it does.
Yeah, no, it's.
I'd watch that porno.
Backdoor barbecue action.
Whoa.
I guess maybe that's what it was. I thought you said backdoor and you said backyard. Backyard barbecue is much more innocent.
Yeah,
not anymore.
I mean, now I'm just racking my brain on like other Mr. Game & Watch pornos.
Octopus.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
Okay, I'll make the obvious joke. That one's Japan only.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
Yeah. Damn it. I'll edit that in later. But yeah, I mean, I like Mr. Game & Watch pornos. There's a lot of black guys in them. Just think about it. Mr. Game & Watch, he's a hung dude.
I'm not comfortable laughing at that.
Just saying, it's whatever. Let's get into
the Mr. Game & Watch games. They're fun in that like simple kind of score attack way.
Yeah.
No one. I remember. Only one other person seems to agree. That's fair.
I was trying to remember how we went on and on about the first Game & Watch from the last time that we had this on the show, and I realized what it was. We didn't discuss it at all. Yeah, because I derailed the show with a discussion of rugby legend Jonah Lamu, and that's what we talked about instead.
God, right, that's what it was.
I
know we've had this game before.
But I just want to remind you guys that Jonah Lamu would have flipped those sausages. He would have ridden that parachute. He would have beat Donkey Kong's ass. That's for sure. What are the other games in there? Ball. I think it's important. He played a game with a ball. Yeah.
John, I think it's important that we stick to Game & Watch Gallery 2 in our discussion. For example, it has the game Helmet. Hey, did rugby legend Jonah Lamu wear a helmet?
It's a funny story, David. Rugby players don't wear helmets. The most padding they get to wear is one of these, which is not a helmet. It's really just there to prevent you from getting cauliflower ear. And yeah, Jonah Lamu never wore that. If he did, you wouldn't be able to see his awesome haircut. And he would truck motherfuckers with no helmet. He would catch a ball. There's a game called Ball in Game & Watch Gallery 2. And Vermin, John Lamu didn't have any time for him. He would run them right over those terrible vermin. Yeah. Game & Watch Gallery games are cool. I'm impressed they made so many of these. Were these these weren't full price releases, were they? I'd be a little upset if I dropped a good amount of coin on 5 Game & Watch games, even back in 1998 or whenever these were coming out.
To be fair, these were Game Boy Color games, so I would say you're spending $30 at most.
Yeah,
and
hopefully.
I mean they're very simple, but $30 for 5 or 6 games, it's not bad.
Yeah, that's true. But do you have any idea what my allowance was in 1998 when these were coming out? I didn't have $30 to drop on Game & Watch games. I wasn't employed yet, man. Child labor laws are killing the games industry from 20 years ago. God. We need to change things around here, guys.
That's the article that we need to publish. Millennials are killing the Game & Watch.
Yeah. Millennials have killed the Tiger handheld market. Ugh, jeez. Fucking A. It's like they want to play. They want to play good games.
Fucking those things.
That's more money for me to spend on avocado toast.
Thank God. Maybe Mr. Game & Watch could flip you some avocado toast in his chef game. Think about it. Now I'm thinking we need Millennial Game & Watch back. We need these as just an app collection on the fucking phone. He's flipping avocado toast.
We need to update Mr. Game & Watch and then Millennial Game & Watch, which is Mr. Game & Watch's son.
Yeah.
And it's the exact same sprite, but now he has kind of like a faux hawk hairdo.
No, he's basically just Poochie.
He's an LCD version of Poochie.
I'm into it. Okay. Oh, dude. Poochie Game & Watch games. That's the next collection. Simpsons games suck so bad they could easily cross over with these and just make a series of Poochie Game & Watch games. For fucking anything. I mean, and I would love it. That's
I would love
to
hear
$1 billion ideas here, guys.
I think we've easily got our title too. Game & Watch Gallery to the extreme.
I would love to hear. I would love to hear Poochie's rap done with the 2 beeps that a Game & Watch could do. Beep, beep, beep,
dude.
Beep, 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 beep.
An original Game Boy D-make of the Poochie rap. That would be pretty good. So that's a new Patreon goal. D-making famous Simpsons songs in the Game Boy engine. We can do it.
Yeah.
Swing that. We can probably swing that on what we're making now. Shit. Johnny, get on that.
Okay.
Good. Thank you.
And now that we have a new Patreon goal and something to aspire and work to, I think we've done our piece on Game & Watch Gallery too. So, Johnny, do you want to hit game 3?
Game 3.
Deal with it.
I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, David's gone. And he's not here to tell us if that was a goof or not. I don't know what happened.
We'll go with it or deal with it.
Yeah.
Oh man, are you kidding? Deal with it. Give it the.
Oh, it's nice and soothing. I liked it.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
So, anyone like a little trivia hint?
Please.
Yes, please.
Oh, yes.
This would be a trivia hint for Game 3, which comes to us from Equitim87 on Twitter, who is also on Twitch, twitch.tv/Equitim87. Give him a follow if you'd like.
Yeah.
So, trivia for this game. The design magazine item in this game was originally an adult magazine in the Japanese version. After giving a character the magazine, he can be found in the main hero's bedroom, having fun and commenting on how bland he thinks the main vehicle's colors are, because it's a design magazine. However, in the Japanese release, his dialogue suggests that he is a pervert sniffing the main character's odor in her bed. The magazine's sprite, however, remains the same in both versions.
Man, this is hard. This is hard.
Pro tip for anybody trying to Google answers to this: don't Google video game adult magazine.
No, it is not one of the Metal Gear Solid games. I'll spoil that right away.
I would say those are off limits.
Oh man.
Now I'm curious. I want to Google video game adult magazines.
No, I didn't actually do that. Just don't. I think
I wonder if it
got
pulls up that weird issue of Playboy that had video game characters for some reason.
I think I've got this. Feeling pretty. Wait.
I feel.
Well, no. Fuck. This is a request. It's not yours at all. Fuck.
Oh.
Oh, who the fuck knows?
Everything you know is wrong.
I was going in David's brain, not a request brain. Oh, fuck.
Okay.
All right.
Let's see some answers. We have got. Okay, so Jesse says Mega Man Legends, which is close but incorrect. John Harrington says Night Trap 2 with Paul Rubens, which is incorrect. John Harrington taking home a win with The Misadventures of Tron. That is correct.
Welcome to Game That Tune.
Man, your soundboard fuck ups are getting more and more epic, John.
I really should not
Deal with
put.
it.
I should not put "Welcome to Game That Tune" and the win thing next to each other like I did. That was a bad move.
Man, yeah. God, I was like, the music sounded, especially in that last song, that sounded like, some Mega Man, like, late era type shit. And, based on the trivia being about, vehicles and female main character, I was like, okay, David loves Tron Bon and some fucking like Marvel vs. Capcom. He probably would have picked that. And then literally as I'm done writing, I'm like, wait, David didn't pick any of this. But he definitely would have taken the request, right? So yeah.
I sent a message. I got the message from at Equitim87. Again, thank you. It's like, hey, I want to request a game. I want to request Rocket Knight Adventures. Like, I'm pretty sure we've used that. It's like, oh, what about the Misadventures of Tron Bon? It's like, yeah, I'm sure we've used that. And then I was checking. It was like, no, we haven't. Hell yeah, I'm taking that request.
Fuck yeah, man. Good choice. Never played it, though. That only came out on the PS1, not the Nintendo 64 like Mega Man 64 did. So, no, I only know Tron Bond from all the Marvel vs. Capcom games, really. So, David, go nuts.
I, being the huge PS1 fan that I am, no,
Man,
actually,
that is nuts, David.
I've
Love your tattoo.
technically never. Oh yeah, PSX tramp stamp. I have not technically played this game, but when it's out, I believe, as a PlayStation Classic, and if and when I ever get another PlayStation system, I would love to get this because I really want to play it. Because yeah, it seems like a lot of fun, and it's, from what I'm to understand, it's kind of like a real-time strategy-esque game because you have this army of servbots with you. Anybody back me up on this? Jesse, I assume you've played this?
I have only played Mega Man Legends and Mega Man Legends 2. I never got to Tron Bond.
I was kind of hoping to count on you during this discussion.
David needs a bailout.
But yeah, I know that, like I said, I believe it's kind of like a real-time strategy because you have an army of 40 servbots, and each one has their own number and personality and like distinctions. And
I feel like it's more like Pikmin from the videos I've seen.
Which is a real-time strategy. It's just like real-time strategy light.
That's true, yeah. Yeah, because you just like, instead of throwing Pikmin, you tell your servbots to go places.
I like it.
Yeah, getting updates from the chat. It is a puzzle strategy RPG game, which sounds like something I'd like to play.
Yeah, I was going to say, wow, that covers a lot of bases.
Yeah.
You know, if it was in some way horrifying, it would have a lot more fans too.
Well, I mean, you know, one of your servbots is a pervert.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of
Pervbot.
I don't know about you, but like pervert Lego robots kind of scare me.
Oh, wait. Yeah, so wait, all the trivia was about a servbot?
Yes. I think it's, well, the funny thing was so I got the trivia, and like I have this sheet right now of all the trivia written down. So I like got the trivia in there, and then it's like, okay, how can I make this as non-specific as possible? Found in, you know, Tron Bond's bedroom, main hero's bedroom, you know, asking about the Gestalt craft, the main vehicle's Gestalt. It's like Servbot 38, you give him a dirty magazine. Huh. Okay.
That's really something, man. Yeah, I didn't think servbots could be perverse. But you know, frankly, I'm now really disappointed I didn't play this game. Little horny Lego guys going around sniffing, you know, wet beds or whatever the fuck you're talking about. That's just something I would have never expected out of these games, like at all.
I'm so perplexed as to why the hell Hugh Grant appeared to voice characters for this game.
Whoa! Shots fired. And now can we just talk about how great this game would be if it were a romantic comedy where Hugh Grant plays all the servbots? Yes, quite frankly, I'm into that too.
No,
so many comedic misunderstandings.
That can't possibly be the game because each servbot out of the 40 is given a distinct personality. You can't have 40 awkwardly bumbling servbots.
They were like the Minions before Minions.
Oh, God. The Minions are kind of personality-less. They're terrible, terrible things. Though now that you mention it, maybe Capcom needs to sue the Minions with a cease and desist just so we can get, like, you know, Despicable Me 4 is going to be loaded with servbots instead. I'd watch that much quicker than another, like, Minions thing.
I just found out the Minions all have different names and stuff. Like, apparently they do have personalities and stuff.
Oh, hell.
Which is really weird.
Yeah. See, all the servbots have different numbers, so there.
Yeah.
That's one thing I've always wondered about, you know, Capcom. Why you so Capcom? Because they sit there and they're like, you know, oh, Mega Man Legends didn't sell well. People don't want it. Let's cancel 3. Nobody wants Mega Man Legends. Let's make a cliffhanger and then never resolve it.
Fans don't care. Hey, here's more Servbot merchandise because you guys love it. Like, pick a side. How are you going to do that? Like,
exactly. You can't keep pushing Servbot on us and not push, some Mega Man Legends 3 at some point. Oh, wait. Yeah, you can because you're a terrible company. Now let's all play Street Fighter 5.
I do think Facebook would be a little bit better if all those shitty Minions memes were Servbots instead. Like
everything would be better if Minions were Servbots.
Yeah, I would really enjoy that.
Exactly. Yeah, no, it would still make the memes awful and just fucking whatever.
Just a little less
terrible
awful.
thing. Yeah, but God, yeah, man. I wish I had played these games because they seem really cool. But then, if I had, then I would have been in that disappointment boat with the rest of you guys when there was no Legends 3. Like, my relationship with Mega Man games is, not like minimal, but like it's really pretty well contained to NES and like the early X games, and any appearances like little crossover appearances and things he made. I didn't. There's so many fucking Mega Man games out there. I mean, you lose track after like. Battle Network 5, ZX, Advent, whatever the fuck. Like, if I really tried to keep up with these, I would have been, spending the last, 10 years really upset that these things hadn't come out. But, as it stands, it's like, if it ever does come out, that's going to be a real treat. Yeah. Like, if Capcom ever decides to do anything right with this series, it'll just be swell.
That's one of the things that broke my heart about Mega Man Legends 3, because have I ever told my Mega Man Legends story?
I don't think so. I think it's time for story time.
Okay. Yeah. I wanted to play Mega Man Legends because someone once described it to me as Mega Man meets Zelda, which sounds like everything I've ever wanted in the world. So I actually tracked down a copy on Amazon, put it into my PlayStation 1, and it said, oh, you can't play this because you don't have a PlayStation 1 memory card. So I bought a PlayStation 1 memory card, put it in there, and I was all set to go, but the memory card was damaged and corrupted, so I couldn't save. So the only way that I could play the game was if I played through it continuously. And it's not a short game, so like I have a copy of the original Mega Man Legends, but I can't play it. So I always wanted to, and then when they're like, oh yeah, we're going to make Mega Man Legends 3 for the 3DS, that's perfect. I can't wait for this. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I really wanted to play that game.
Capcom's allowed to change its mind, all right? Yeah.
Why you hurt me so bad, Capcom?
I know, right?
I love the idea of you just leaving a PlayStation on for like 2 weeks and like
I thought about it.
And so he walks in the room and you're like, don't fucking touch that.
Oh God. Yeah. The disc just eventually melts into the system and the system just becomes sentient somehow.
it turns into Mega Man.
Yeah.
Wow. Awesome.
Whoa.
You kidding? Yeah. Don't tease us, John. That sounds fantastic. Yeah.
But it's the Mega Man from Captain N.
That's the real. Oh, I was gonna say, that's the real legendary Mega Man. If you leave the game playing, endlessly for 2 weeks, it turns into Mega Man. Perfect. And then you just have an annoying green friend from Captain N following you around all the time.
So he's green.
I just come home from work one day, open the door to my apartment. Wow, you're mega home. Kill me now.
Fuck. Yep. So, what a great discussion of the misadventures of Tron we've had. David, say some nice words about her. She's one of your favorite characters in Marvel vs. Capcom.
Hey, we managed to stay on topic through Game & Watch Gallery too, so points to us. No, yeah. I wanted to play this game just because, I like Tron. She's, spunky teenage inventor in a giant mech suit with an army of robots. That sounds amazing.
She's cool. It's almost like they should have made another game with her. Okay, I'm going back to old points on this. Damn it, I can't help but throw shade at Capcom over this.
Well, no, it's fine. I mean, she still makes appearances. She both Tronbon and Servbot were playable in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. They brought her back for Marvel vs. Capcom 3. They've got a brand new Marvel vs. Capcom game. They've got Mega Man X and Zero and Sigma. I'm sure she's in there, right? They're gonna reveal her any day, right? I mean, Gamescom's going on. She's going to be there, right?
Right.
right? Come on, guys, right?
It's gonna be all right, man. Though you just gave me a much better idea for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, because the villain of that is Ultron Sigma. Really, it should be Ultron Bond.
No, see,
Ultron should just be riding in Tron Bond's mech suit.
so you gave me an even better idea. Because you were sitting there, it's like, I thought you were going to go this route. No, instead of Ultron Sigma, it should have been Ultron Bot. Ultron takes control of a serve bot.
Also good.
You know how, like, she has that super where the serve bot grows giant with the big hammer? It should just be Ultron in that body.
That's
like
perfect.
a 10-foot tall serve bot.
Yeah, it just has a squeaky hammer.
Maybe Ultron is the perverted serve bot.
Oh man, yes.
God, all these ideas are going to be great whenever Legends 3 does come out. Like,
God, perverted Servbot voiced by James Spader. I would really love that.
just a really horny Servbot giving soliloquies about mankind being doomed. Like,
No, I'm just imagining
my bedroom. They're all doomed, you know. Yeah.
I'm just imagining like Tron Bond comes into her bedroom and there's a serve bot like rifling through her dresser like, Servbot 38, are you sitting there going through and looking for my underwear? I have come to save the world from the scourge of the humanity. But also, yeah.
I'm just gonna go with the most obvious one. Just it's like, Tron Bond, are you going through my underwear? Like, what are you doing? You don't even know my real name. I'm the fucking Lizard King.
David, you're the host. You have to declare the move on now.
All right, I think we should keep it going.
Fuck yeah.
Game 4.
Yeah.
Dig it.
Yeah.
It's about time we hit the club.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Oh yeah.
That's certainly fun. So this is another request from Twitter. This is from Dire Honchcrow.
Oh boy.
At Dire Honchcrow. So trivia for this game. In the Japanese release of this game, there is a mini game called Manzai Birds, in which the player controls a crow in a manzai comedy routine. However, in other versions, like the European and American versions, it was replaced with a game called Mr. Upbeat because of the nature of the Japanese-ness of the game. That certainly seems like a fun remix.
Can you read the trivia again?
I would be happy to read the trivia again. In the Japanese release, there is a mini game called Manzai Birds, in which the player controls a crow in a manzai comedy routine. However, in other versions, it was replaced with a game called Mr. Upbeat because of the nature of the Japanese dialogue, general Japanese-ness.
Well said, David. Well said.
Because American and European audiences are not familiar with manzai comedies.
Okay.
So, who's got some guesses?
Yep.
We have got John Harrington saying Guitar Man, incorrect. Jesse Moore with Persona 2, incorrect. And John Regan says Angry Birds Go to Japan. I almost want to give you a point for creativity, but that is incorrect. This is Rhythm Heaven Fever for the Nintendo Wii.
Oh, wow.
Right.
I hear that game's good.
Yeah.
Has anyone played any of the Rhythm Heaven games?
Nope.
No.
Not here.
I have not.
No.
Damn. That's a shame because these games are awesome. Because the series began, if I remember correctly, it started on Game Boy Advance, and then the first DS version actually got ported to America, and that's when we started getting them. But imagine WarioWare, but rhythm-based.
All right. I can dig that.
You go through the game, and you're basically, taught musical lessons. like the song plays and it's a mini game, and it's a rhythm mini game about helping a farmer pick fruit, or like monkeys jumping on trees, or just random whatever. Then you go to the next game, the next game, and after like 4 or 5, you get a remix, which combines all of them together into a new song, and then that unlocks the next stage where you repeat the process. You just play like mini game after mini game after mini game, and then all of them jumbled together.
Nice. So it's okay, yeah. It's something completely different than what I thought it was. I was thinking, I guess, of Elite Beat Agents.
Yes, Elite Beat Agents is also awesome, but very, very different.
Yeah, I was going to say, because that's the thing. I was like, I could swear Elite Beat Agents use like licensed music, and it's like, wait, yeah, why am I thinking of this? It's a completely different game. But, it's also a rhythm thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, Elite Beat Agents is another rhythm musical game where you play as like a series of government agents solving people's problems by dancing to licensed music.
Yes, okay, I can dig that. I can dig that all day. Didn't play it, but I can dig it.
Oh, you should play it. The Christmas Story. If it wasn't for the fact that it was like all licensed music, I probably would have used Elite Beat Agents for the like games that make you feel emotional episode, because the Christmas Story, damn, like, damn.
We'll have to have that. Absolutely.
But yeah, Rhythm Heaven is actually a lot of fun. I kind of suck at it because I'm white and thus have no rhythm.
Oh, come on, give yourself some credit.
Why you gotta bring race into it?
I feel like we made this exact joke last time David made that joke.
Probably, yeah. But I mean, I remember like, I'll play WarioWare all day long. This game's like super fun. Like, oh yeah, I love WarioWare. You put Rhythm Heaven in front of me, and it becomes a legit struggle. Like,
good.
But no, the games are. It has that same kind of like absurd sense of humor.
Yeah, it looks Japanese as shit.
Yeah, definitely. But it has the rhythm gameplay, and then because everything is based on the rhythm that you play the games in, pretty much the music is like the single most important part of these games. So the soundtracks are all really good.
Good. Yeah, no, it looks Japanese as hell. It looks fun. I really got to get, I always fancied myself a bit of fan of things that were Japanese as hell, and I realized that just being a fan of Katamari isn't enough for that. You gotta really dig into some stuff, man. After being outed for not knowing what Muscle March was, and now this, it's like, man, I'm way behind on my hyper Japanese crap. Like, I love this stuff. It's so appealing to me, and I've not played any of this in a long time. We gotta solve that. Johnny, get us some Patreon money. We need to start streaming hyper Japanese stuff.
Okay, I can do that.
Thank you.
Get that Patreon money. We need to just take a trip to Japan, all of us, all together.
Yeah. Actually, I mean,
just
really
go to Japan.
I've been thinking a lot about that, and we do need to do Game That Tune at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics.
That would be so amazing.
That absolutely needs to happen. We need to host, just event after event from the venues of the Tokyo Olympics. Like, they're doing diving and shit, and we're just in the grandstands recording Game That Tune. We need to make it happen.
See, I thought you were saying like specifically at the venues, but like on the fields. So they're doing like shot put, and they have to throw it over our heads.
Also a good idea. Yeah, just put ourselves in the line of fire.
I feel like that's less realistic.
Yeah. I feel like we could get to the seats, but actually ruining the event somehow, that's going to be a real stretch. But,
Game That Tune, coming from the bottom of Tokyo swimming pool, where they're doing the 100-meter dash in water.
You watch the Olympics a lot, don't you?
I've had a couple.
I feel you, man. I feel you. I've had a couple of Fernet Brancas, so I'm right there with you, man.
Fernie Branca.
Yes.
never going away.
I wish there was some like classic scene in a well-regarded movie where somebody mentions like amaretto sour, because I want that sound clip.
I will look into that for you, buddy. Like, we're gonna get you that. We're gonna get a fucking soundboard sound for everything that we drink on this show, right, John?
Yes.
Yes. Good. What are you drinking, John?
I just finished a Shiner Cold Brew Coffee Ale, or Fernet Branca.
Same difference. Well, yeah, man. Rhythm Heaven. It's not so. There's more than just Rhythm Heaven Fever, right? There's at least a couple of these.
There's the first game, at least in America, was called Rhythm Heaven, but I think it was technically like the 4th or 5th game in the series. He said while pulling up the Wikipedia page for the Rhythm Heaven series.
Wow. Smooth.
Yeah. No, there were 3 games released in America. There was Rhythm Heaven on the DS, Rhythm Heaven Fever, and then Rhythm Heaven Mega Mix. Excuse me, which was on the 3DS. I think that one was actually like another eShop exclusive, maybe, or it got a physical release. I'm not 100% positive. But yeah, it was one of those series it's big in Japan, and then they tried it here, and it didn't quite catch on the same way. So Nintendo's kind of like every once in a while, hey, here's a Rhythm Heaven thing for the people that actually bought it. Thanks.
Yeah, good.
But yeah. If you like rhythm games and WarioWare, it's a great series because that's basically what it is.
Cool. Yeah, I should check that out. And it sounds like they haven't stopped making these, which is nice. So maybe it's a bright future for the Rhythm Heaven series. Yeah.
I do have to mention, like, talking about the Japaneseness and the silliness and the strangeness. My favorite mini game was one where you're in a factory and you're just pushing like metal rods through like sheets of metal because you're assembling machines. Like you sit there and build one part of one machine, but to the rhythm of music, and everything else has like the fun characters like Karate Joe and the singing crows and the storks and all this, and all of a sudden you're just in a factory mindlessly making stuff to music. And for some reason that always really stuck out to me.
Yeah, I like it. You heard it here first, people. David Fleming likes big rods. I'm not able to just make that the segue into the next game. So, yeah.
Where's the lie, though? John, I think we need to move on.
Game 5.
Yeah.
Cool.
Love it.
It is a long, drawn-out note.
I was gonna say, yeah.
So this request comes from a close personal friend of the show, Pat Perkins.
Oh,
Anyone
Hey.
want a little trivia for this game?
Please.
Yes, please.
yes, please.
So the very next song that's going to be played is the theme music for the main character, or the main protagonist of the series, who the composer, Daisuke Ishiwatari, originally voiced. Another way to put that...
What? Go ahead.
I was going to say, because I saw a lot of confused faces, another way to put that, the composer for this series, Daisuke Ishiwatari, originally voiced the main protagonist of this series. This is their theme song.
Sweet.
Yeah, it was raucous. I liked it.
Yes, it was.
Pretty rocking.
So, anyone have their guesses for this game?
I do.
Oh, I've got so many guesses for this game.
Are any of them penis drawings?
Damn
We'll
it.
just have to wait and see.
You know me.
I plan for every possible contingency here.
Okay.
Deal with it. Let's see some answers. So, God damn it, John. John Regan has his drawing of Dickbeard, which is incorrect. Jesse Moore has Brave Fencer Musashi for PS2, which is incorrect. John Harrington has... John Harrington has Guilty Gear written on one card, and on another card that he's scrolling past, X, X2, X and D, and a drawing of a penis. He is... Wait. Go through again and start sliding through them. Guilty Gear is incorrect. Guilty Gear X, incorrect. Guilty Gear X2, that is correct.
Oh, wow!
Hey!
Hey! Don't give me points.
I'm not giving you a point now.
If you're going to give me a point, it was for the penis drawing, not the X2. Come on.
Hey, if I wasn't going to give John a point for his answer last round, I'm not going to give you a point.
Touche. Yeah,
Yeah, man,
So damn close, though.
I technically had 6 dick drawings on this round, FYI.
He's right.
6 points for John, new champion.
What an upset! Just imagine the memes. John Regan, came back from a 2-0 hole and defeated John Harrington with 6 penises. Wow.
Just sit there and think, I should draw a penis. Wait, I should draw 5 more penises.
Now you're cooking with gas.
By the way, John, when you edit this episode, please make sure one of the tags is 5 more penises.
That's how many Johnny likes. More. So what is Guilty Gear?
It's a fighting game?
So Guilty Gear is a game.
Yes,
Maybe
it
you've
is.
heard of it.
I have. That's about the extent.
Now I see why you do that. That's such an easy joke to go to.
Yes, it's what is it, or maybe you've heard of it. Those are my go-to get somebody else to talk about the game jokes. Yeah.
So I do want to pull up just very briefly the message because I got the request from a good friend of the show, Pat Perkins, who said, quote, it's a damn shame no Guilty Gear tracks have been on the show yet. And then requested Guilty Gear X2. Because, yeah, I kind of got to agree. That's really kick-ass music.
Yeah, is this one of the ones that came out on Dreamcast?
I will be able to tell you that momentarily.
Because I did play some Guilty Gear game on the Dreamcast. I just don't remember which one. I remember it being a lot of fun, but I had no idea what was going on.
John, that was Guilty Gear X.
Damn it.
So I think that might have been the first. This one came out on arcade and PS2.
Yeah.
Okay.
So shame on you, John.
But yeah.
Shame.
The Guilty Gear series, it's a fighting game. It's a incredibly flashy fighting game.
Yes, it is.
Very stylistic, very animu, as the kids say.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm gonna need to meet those kids.
My experience with Guilty Gear is actually very limited, but I have played this one, I think. See, and here's the thing, because Guilty Gear X2 is kind of like Street Fighter 2 in that there's about 5 different versions of it.
Yeah, that's why I started scrolling names on my guess. I'm like, holy shit, there's a lot of Guilty Gear re-releases and what have yous.
It's one of those things where the Guilty Gear series has like 8 games, but only 3 main games.
Nice.
But they're very flashy. They're pretty fun.
I myself preferred May, who was the little pirate girl that fought with a giant freaking anchor.
I like it.
Yeah.
So it's all everybody has a weapon. It's weapon fighters.
Yes,
Sweet.
it's kind of it's weapon fighter, but not like Soul Calibur is a weapon fighter. It's more like a Street Fighter style game where every character has their own personality and everything, and that exudes to the weapon that they use. But it's not like that specific weapon matters.
Right.
If that makes sense. It's more like this character just happens to use a bow staff. This one just uses a sword. This girl has a giant freaking anchor for some reason.
I love it. So the series is like made and composed by this one guy, Daisuke, and and he plays the main character. The main character is his name Saul Bad Guy.
Yes.
Nice.
And he's the good guy. What a twist!
Yeah. Right.
Huh. I mean, he looks pretty cool. You know.
I mean, they all look really cool because they all have this very stylistic.
Oh yes, it's a very overdone Japanese anime style. I kind of love it.
I would like to watch a TV show, Better Call Saul with Saul Bad Guy in it.
Better Call Saul Bad Guy. No gray area there.
Or is there, because he's a good guy?
Wow. See, yeah, man, Daisuke made this game deep as fuck. So it's a fighting game, and it's just got ruminations on the nature of good versus evil. Can a bad guy be a good guy? Is it a precursor to Wreck-It Ralph?
Most definitely.
Yes.
Can we unpack this?
I'm going to wreck it, heaven or hell.
Yeah. Just because your name is Bad Guy doesn't mean you're Saul Bad Guy. Right?
Oh my god, I would love it so much if the next Guilty Gear game, or Blaze Blue at this point, like that was the match introduction of "Let's wreck it."
Yeah.
But yeah, this is, I think, because I kind of get mixed back and forth. But I think Guilty Gear was the first series, and it's kind of dormant, and now they're doing Blaze Blue, and Blaze Blue is like the spiritual successor, or vice versa.
Sweet.
I'm not 100% sure which way it goes.
Sounds Japanese.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Sounds like it's something that doesn't need to be explained. You just know that you need to pick up the games. Pat in the chat is even saying that, the stories for these games are the most convoluted things ever. So who cares what series you're in? It's about the fighting and the weapons and the fucking wacky outfits and the hairstyles, right? I mean,
this is the game that introduced the world to Bridget. So,
from fucking Flavor of Love, Brigitte Nielsen. I thought she'd been around for years before that.
That is not a show I've thought about in a long time.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
You just saw my brain. There it went. Bridget, first reference. Brigitte Nielsen, fucking Flavor Flav. Oh, god damn it. Well, now I have to say it.
I think I understand how you feel now when I come up with the really weird things. Like, whoa.
Yes. I've watched more VH1 reality TV than I'm proud to admit. Anywho, David, who's Bridget?
Sometimes I wish that like all of our brains, like all of our little chat windows that we have the like Sherlock mental map things where you could just see where our minds go, and then all of a sudden John comes up like, "Yo, Brigitte Nielsen!" Like, how the fuck did you get there?
Yeah. Exactly. All the things that just scroll past blindly to get to Brigitte Nielsen. Anyway, I assume Bridget's an actual character in the game. You said it with some degree of knowing. I have no idea what you mean.
Okay. Bridget is indeed a character in the game. Bridget has a note of infamy in the world because Bridget is the very stylized kind of like lolly type character, like the 14-year-old girl that everyone's like, oh man, Bridget, I would, it's pretty fucking hot, like it, right? But Bridget's a guy.
Nice.
Because like in the context of the game, twins born like in that country of different genders get like taken away or killed. So they just started posing Bridget as a female, even though they were born male. So yeah, if I remember, Bridget's weapon is like a giant yo-yo, and they dress kind of like a schoolgirl nun, but it's totally like a guy.
Sweet. I'm into it. Yeah, Tekken totally ripped that off recently.
Bridget is basically the reverse Samus.
Yeah, I'm into it. Tekken added that. They added Leo, who's, wait, shit, I can't remember if it's a guy or a girl now. I don't think it matters. It's I think it's a girl who looks exactly like a guy. And their name is like Leo, so it's just meant to be confusing, but it's like an ass-kicking girl boy. I'm in favor of that being in more things. There's nothing wrong with confusing people who are fans of this stuff. Just nothing wrong with that at all. You want to be all about waifus and stuff. Can Nintendo go ahead and reveal that both the the squid and the octopus girl from Splatoon 2 are actually fucking guys? That would blow everybody's fucking mind right about now. I'm in favor of it.
See, I thought you were going to go, for some reason, I thought you were going to go the Fire Emblem route. It's like, oh, Lucina, it's basically a girl Marth. No, it's still a guy. Still a guy.
Yep, there's that too. Yeah, I'm not up enough on the Fire Emblem series to make that reference, but I know that the reference is there to be made. Yeah.
But an
cool.
interesting note about the Guilty Gear series, as you may have heard, the music and the soundtrack are pretty fucking great. Yes. Because the composer creator, he's a huge music fan, and so a lot of the characters have musical references to them. And that brings us to our special August Absurdity penultimate lightning round. Johnny.
Lightning round.
Deal with it.
So rock plays a huge deal. Rock and music in general plays a huge deal in the Guilty series. Yes. And it includes tying into various characters. So right now, I have a list of various musicians and bands. I'm going to name them, and you have to tell me if you think there is a Guilty Gear character based around them.
Ooh.
Great.
Are we ready?
Yes, with all the Guilty Gear knowledge we've demonstrated tonight, this is going to go really great.
Yeah.
I think it might, because I'm aware not everyone's a huge Guilty Gear fan, so at least there's one in here for everybody. Everybody's gonna get at least 1 point minimum. I guarantee you.
I mean, it's a 50-50 shot, yes or no.
You can't tell me what to do, David.
God damn it, John. So we're gonna start off with John Harrington. Freddie Mercury. Do you think there is a character that references Freddie Mercury in Guilty Gear?
The music fan in me says yes, but the metal fan in Daisuke Ishiwatara says no. I'm going to say yes.
That is correct.
Oh, thank God.
Funnily enough, the main character, Saul Bad Guy, is the Freddie Mercury character. His actual given name is Frederick. His theme includes motifs and chord progressions from Queen songs, and one of his specials is named after a Queen song.
Radio Gaga?
Probably. No, I think it's Bicycle.
Jesus Christ.
Next up is John Regan.
Yep.
Iron Maiden.
I'm going to say yes.
That is incorrect. There's actually not an Iron Maiden character.
That's your ass.
Jesse Moore. Ninja Sex Party.
Yes.
That is incorrect. There is not a Ninja Sex Party character. I wish there was.
Anybody? That's the thing.
Let me
there is a band called Ninja Sex Party.
I gotta pause you for a
Sorry, John?
second. Our door seems to have crashed on me again this week. Son of a bitch, can I hit save or something real quick before it like dies? God damn it, god damn it, god damn it. Okay, let me see what happens here.